Hi Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your March 3rd, 2022 Angel Day reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Pisces, March 3rd, 2022, Pisces, angels and spirit guides. So we have the Tower, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this time brings us great change, which this is the angel number day, 33. And this is a master number, and it means growth and it means change. So our angels are really watching us, and they're untangling a lot of the messes we've gotten ourselves into just simply through living. And the Tower is showing us that something is crumbling away. Something has fallen away. Now, it can be that we're healing from something that has happened that really has shaken us. But it can also be that we have this major creative breakthrough, and it's breaking down the tower that we were stuck in, the way that we were confined. And now we're really starting to move forward. And that, I really feel, Pisces, is a very prominent thing for us during this time. So let's go deeper into this. And whenever the cards get stuck to my hands, like they just don't fall out easily anymore, that's where Spirit says to stop. So we have the Lovers, which is Gemini energy. We have the Judgment card. We have the 10 of Swords. And we have the 7 of Swords. Now, again, the 33rd, right? The angel number day 33 is a day of creativity. It's a day of self-expression. It is a day of manifestation of creative talents. And we're really focusing here on a rising out of darkness, hurt, pain, disappointment. And as we're rising, this starts to become a powerful manifestation time. This starts to become a heightening of our own creative abilities. And as this is heightened, we start to fall into the mental state, or fall towards the mental state of joy and creativity, as close as we can get there, of course. And so here there is the sense of cutting through doubts and fears and negativity, and taking all the lessons that we have learned in this life and just through existence. And now we're starting to arm ourselves against a lot of the hurt that has, pushed us out of our tower, pushed us out of a place that either we felt safe in or at least complacent to. Now, again, we don't have to feel safe like, oh, this is where I want to be. We could be miserable there. But it's like, oh, this was just normal. And so here we're having that door broken open. And as we're having the bricks come falling down, we're seeing ourselves rise. We're seeing ourselves rise out of darkness, out of hurt, out of pain, out of disappointment, and we're moving more towards where it is that we really need to be emotionally, spiritually, personally for ourselves. And we're answering a higher call. We're going to hear our angels really calling to us. What's a really cool thing is that the master angel number, the master number of 33, is the number that Jesus was, right, when he died on the cross. If we look at this through the Bible's lens. And then we have the number 33, the 33rd time Noah's name was used by God, or in the Bible, right, was to this covenant with God, with this promise from God that he would not destroy the earth again. Now, be it was through flood, but that link on this day during this time in the world, that's really quite powerful. And then the 33rd time that Abraham's name was used in the Bible is when Isaac, the child that was promised, was born. And so a next generation started, right? So the world will not be destroyed as a new generation starts, as, at the age that Christ was when he rose from the dead, when a miracle happened beyond miracles. And so here we're going to start to see that our dreams aren't lost. They just aren't. There is a beauty, there is a connection, there is a power during this time, and it is calling us forward. And we're starting to see our dreams again. We kind of lost our dreams somewhere along the way, somewhere along the chaos and the hurt and the pain of the world. And as we rise up, we're falling back in love. We're falling back in love with what we want, with who we are. We're connecting with the sacred feminine, sacred masculine aspects of ourselves. We're seeing ourselves. We're honoring ourselves again. We're rising higher. And as we're doing this, and as we're moving forward, oh goodness, we're just going to put this over here for a moment. Let's look at the energy we need to be mindful of. It's the Queen of Pentacles. It is thinking short-term financial goals. That's the first thing that came out when this came forward, when the Queen of Pentacles showed up. Short-term financial goals. And what Spirit is saying here is that no, there's bigger goals than this. There's also somebody in a work environment, their energy vibration and our energy vibration not meshing at all. Stay away from that person. Avoid them if you can. All right. Don't be rude because, maybe that won't be a good look, but be rude if you have to be. Like, really stand your ground with this and say, I need to move forward in this energy for me. And that's just going to be it. That's going to be so important for us. Our chakra energy is right here. And it's the I Am Presence. I love this card. It's one of my absolute favorites. It's the crown chakra. What knowledge, what ideas are we crowning ourselves with during this time? I am prosperous, bountiful, abundant, or I am afraid and anxious and overwhelmed. And knowing that narrative that's going on within our head, that is so important. Because what we're going to see here is that we're really breaking away from a lot of old chains, old ties, old hurts, old pains. And as we're doing that, we're rising to ourselves more and more and more. So let's see here. Okay. Oh, goodness. 3. So we have the Emperor, which is Aries energy. We have the 6 of Cups, and we have the 9 of Coins. The Emperor is this place of authority that we are now really starting to embrace and embody during this time. I'm claiming this throne. I'm claiming what I want. I know what I am seeing. The 6 of Cups, something from the past is still coming back to kind of, it's not haunting us so much as we're going to have a tendency to fall to old, comfortable, this is the way I always handled it type of thing. And Spirit's saying here, no, we're breaking through these barriers. We're breaking down these barriers. And so old ideas are going to kind of creep in and say, oh no, don't you want to go back to this? And it's like, no, just keep on walking forward. That's going to be so important because the 9 of Coins is prosperity and success and bounty and treasuring that moment. It doesn't mean that it will be all the time, but it means that I'm in this moment right now, and this is what I get to project forward for me. Like, this is what I want within my life, and I'm honoring this. I'm seeing this, and I'm manifesting it forward and forward. So we have the Chariot, Cancer energy. We have the Knight of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, there we go. And we have the Queen of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Amplifying the Aries energy here, but also amplifying that sense of this is what I want, this is where I'm headed, this is a new dawn, a new day. This creative energy is really lighting us on fire. It's having us see things in a way that we hadn't seen things before. It's taking us out of a rut that we've found ourselves in. And now we're starting to say, this is where I want to be. There's also an astounding spark to us. Somebody lights a fire under our tush. They make us move in a direction that we might not have moved because we were kind of complacent or comfortable, or, it was kind of like the devil type of thing. And so here, there is such a power of, I need to move forward in this direction, even if even if other people don't understand. This person that's lighting the fire under our tush, it doesn't have to be a good person. We can not like this person at all, but they're making us see things in a way that it's like, oh, that's what I wanted. That's what I needed. That's where I wanted to be. Like, that's where I want to be, not here, but there. And they're showing it. It's blazingly obvious to us right now. And it brings us to this place now right here, where we start to move forward for love, for a connection with our heart, for what it is that we desire. It's like, this is where I need to be for me, period, end of discussion. And as we're moving forward in this energy, we're also really embracing our emotions. We're looking at ourselves emotionally, spiritually, openly and honestly. And this is going to be a time because there's such creative energy here, and we can't create without that connection with the heart, especially as water sign energies. We're going to find that this connection with the heart, this connection with the soul, the subconscious and the conscious really coming together. It's like, okay, now I need to move it forward. And as we move it forward, practical. We are so stinking practical. We should be proud of ourselves. We are laying down a solid foundation. We're looking at things step by step by step, because if we look at the whole big picture, we're going to get overwhelmed. It's like, no, one step at a time, one step at a time. And then we manifest our way forward with such determination, such focus, such prosperity, such abundance. It's like, this is where I want it to be. We're also going to find that we are inspired by people who kind of show things step by step. They're not going to lie to us. They're not going to say, oh, it has to be like this or it has to be perfect. They're going to show a slow and steady transformation. And that's going to be what inspires us. We can be inspired by like lifestyle blogs or self-help books or something, but they have to be super honest. They can't just be like, oh, I'm wonderful and look how wonderful I am. Just super honest with the way that they present themselves, with the way that they're moving forward, because that's what we're doing here. And that's what we want to see. We want to see that kind of like grassroots growing, from the bottom up sort of thing, because that's what we're doing during this time. And that's what's going to be so empowering, so emboldening. It's like, from the rubble, I am building better than before, but I'm also not caging myself in anymore. I'm seeing what's right for me. I'm listening to my heart and my soul and what I greatly desire. It moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. It's the King of Wands. It is passions getting the best of us. It's tempers getting the best of us. It's things being overwhelming. And it's also, people really sitting there and making us doubt what we want and how we're heading forward and what's appropriate or not appropriate for us. It's also this is somebody who attacks. This is going to be somebody who attacks first and, explains themselves, maybe never. But just be mindful of this. This is a person who sees the creative spark within us and wants to squash it down. We have our chakra energy here, our subconscious chakra energy, which is the soul star chakra, located 6 inches above our crown. This is our soul's healing. This is our angels handing us energy of healing and connection and grounding. And it's like, step into this beauty, step into yourself. Because again, there's just like, we lost ourselves somewhere along the way, which has been super easy to do, over the last couple of years with everything being so absolutely, crazy, absolutely like unbelievable. It has been easy to lose track of our light and ourselves and what is really important. And so here we're really connecting with that again. And that's really quite beautiful. Our subconscious tarot message is the 2 of the major arcana. It is the High Priestess, the sense of, I'm connecting with my heart. I'm connecting with my insight. The veil is being lifted from our eyes. There's an honesty here. And it's an honesty that's saying, I'm not falling for the flowers and the placations anymore. I'm moving forward in what's real and concrete and grounded and beautiful. And that is powerful for me. It really is. That's going to be Pisces. It's just, we're going to go like, I don't know how I know this, but I know it. I don't know how I see it, but I see it. And what's going to be so interesting is that when we let our minds wander, we're going to see something and we're going to think, oh, wow, that's such a lovely daydream. Like, don't be silly, right? Don't get your hopes up, kid, kind of thing. And yet those are the glimpses of the future that Spirit is showing us. And it's like, no, focus on what it is that we really want. Focus on that beauty, that connection, because we're going to be making it happen. Maybe not exactly the way that we imagined it, but with this creative energy, it's going to help us build the world that we wanted. And that's going to be powerful. It moves us then to the Hangman. We just see things so differently than we've seen it before. And as we see things differently, it inspires us, it emboldens us, and it's like, oh, that's it. Like, that's it. The puzzle starts to come together. We then have the 6 of Wands, celebration, success, bounty. It's like, yes, celebrate you, Pisces, celebrate you. Don't let people rob away our celebration. Don't let people, mock us or hurt us. This is a time to say, I'm worth it. I'm holding my head up high. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care if like my general being insults you. I am moving forward with this power and with this greatness because I know I'm worth it. And yeah, because there's somebody here, again, they're mean and they're manipulative, and like your essence annoys them, and that's on them. It's not on you. It moves us then here to the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups is our dreams coming forward. The Seven of Cups is what we want. I mean, the Seven of Cups now repeats itself here. It's like, what do you dream of? What do you want? What do you desire? And it's almost like we're like, oh, I can't possibly dream this big, and Spirit's saying, oh yeah, you can. Oh yeah, you can. All right, Pisces. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and the intensity of ourselves, of what we desire, but also of our creative worth, and letting nobody take that from us. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Pisces, and may you have a blessed angel day.